Hello, and welcome to another episode of Can the Gym Leaders and the Elite Four members actually become champion? Which, yeah, obviously they can. In this episode, I'll be playing as Pryce, the Ice type gym leader. Did I do? I think I did Jasmine's video before, but when I play, not always, but most of the time I actually do Pryce first because he's one level under Jazz. Anyways, it doesn't matter. This video is about Pryce. How did the run go? Okay, Ice type. Most people know that Ice is in like a very weird position where it was the early check to Dragon types until, you know, Fairy got released. But it's always in this weird spot where it has a lot of weaknesses. It has some decent, like, attack power, but at the same time, they also get designed to be defensive, but they're just not defensive. They just have too many weaknesses. It's a bit weird, right? Anyways, how did this run go? How does an Ice team fare in Johto? It depends on how you play. Basically, what I had to do is I had to actually make use of my team members, even though I still stick to, you know, like, okay, I'm only gonna use 2 Pokemon in this fight, or 3 Pokemon, or whatever, right? I had to actually shuffle them around a bit. I couldn't do it otherwise. So, how did they do? Okay. They did okay. I'm talking about the gym leaders, by the way. They did okay, but for the Elite Four, surprisingly, I'm pretty sure I did everyone first try. So that was interesting. Yeah, Bugsy, for example, took me 4 tries. But yeah, it's a bit. Okay, Ice Pokemon, again, they're weird. Like, they evolve usually very late. By the way, when I do these challenges, I use the universal randomizer, right? So I just slap on the thing of they basically evolve at the latest at level 40, unless it's like a trait evolution. It just saves a lot of hassle because sometimes, yeah, if you mess it up, you can't evolve your poke. It's funky, right? But Ice Pokemon evolve pretty late. Like, generally, it starts at like level 35. Sometimes it even goes to 47, right? So yeah, move pool wise, they do have some pretty cool moves. Like, for example, I think it's Powder Snow, right? Like, it deals a good amount of damage and it also drops the speed. And then, no, sorry, Powder Snow. I think Powder Snow is the one that can freeze. The Icy Wind, that's the one. It has a decent base power, and it also lowers the speed guaranteed. That's a really good move that you have access to very early on. You got priority Ice Shard. Yeah, Whitney took me 17 tries, and at that point I was just like, okay, I have to shuffle my team around. It's not working. Her Miltank like completely walled my team, and it might have been my own fault because I think Sphere also had Growl, but I removed it. But my Clapper still had Growl, so I chose to swap those 2 out. You can't see it, obviously, because otherwise every single video, where most of these videos would be like multiple hours long. For example, remember that one video where Bugsy took me over 300 tries? Like, I can't show it, right? It's too long. My graphics card would explode when rendering that. But yeah, in this try, I brought out the cover. Grass Whistle pops. Yeah, she has the Lumberry. But I go for it again. Attract. Ooh, it doesn't connect. Stomp. No flinch. Grass Whistle connects. Okay, what do I do now? I go for a Leer. It connects. Please just go for Razor Leaf. Yup. It connects. And down she... And a crit. And it was a crit. Beautiful. Yeah, she annoyed the hell out of me. That fight was terrible. Not that fight I show in the video. That one went really nice. But all the ones before, she annoyed me. I don't know if I misclicked, but I don't know why I went for Razor Leaf. Like, he's poison type. Anyways. Yeah, Icy Wind. Yeah, I like ice types, man, but they just I don't know if it's like one of these weird things where Game Freak thinks. I know this game is old, right? But if it's one of these things where Game Freak thinks, if you play Dead by Daylight, it's like the developers think, oh no, this thing is super strong, it's so insane, so we have to be careful about how we design this, even though it's not in actuality, right? Like for example, in Dead by Daylight, most of the time, survivors are busted, and then killers. Well, okay, the newer killers are insane, but usually it's like from a lore perspective, yeah, the killers are super cracked, right? But in game, killers get bullied all the time. You know what I mean? For me, like, ice types are in the same vein, where like Game Freak thinks that ice types are super strong, so they make them shit, even though they could use the leg up. I'm rambling. Anyways, Morty. I lost a couple of times. Then again, I decided to shuffle the team around, and then yeah, it took me a couple tries after that. You were able to see it on screen. I can't remember if it was 5 tries or 4 tries. But yeah, obviously you get access to Surf. you can just pick up Surf, and the Team Rocket member that you have to beat, he has like a level 12 coughing or some shit. Yeah, that's it. Why did Chuck take me 3 tries? Well, very simple. Primate, double team, I couldn't hit him, and then Dynamic Punch just one-tapped my whole team. That's about it. This is an RNG fight, basically. Yeah. But the Elite 4 part did surprise me. That went really well. What else? 1 second. I did record the Claire video. I think I'm done, actually. I think I'm done. I have the Claire video, but I decided to make it a double feature with Lance as well, because I looked at Lance's team and Claire's team, and there's like insane amount of overlap, right? The only difference is Lance uses like every pseudo legendary under the sun. So the last part I basically put in the last party slot. I slotted in an Altaria instead of another pseudo legendary. But I'll talk. Why am I talking about that now? That can wait until the Lance and Claire video. So let's look at Pryce. Pryce versus Pryce. He goes for Blizzard, takes me out. That's okay though. I'll bring out Reyna or Reyna. I don't know, man. Surf takes him out though. That's all I need to know. Dugong comes out. This is gonna be annoying. Yeah, I don't have strong moves against it, so I go for Whirlpool. And then it's just gonna be a slog. Aurora Beam. Aurora against my Surf. I think he still has a Restore. I keep missing. Yeah, this sucks. Does he have what's it called? Snow Cloak? Is that Snow Cloak? Snow Warning is when you set up Hail on entry. I think it's Snow Cloak, right? Where you boost your evasion. It barely procced for me, but for him I think it procs all the time. But doesn't Dugong only have access to Thick Fat? Well, okay, everyone has access to free abilities, but still. Wait, no. Hidden ability? Brother, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I think hidden ability got introduced in X and Y. I don't think hidden abilities were a thing in Soul Silver. Or maybe they were. Pokemon is confusing, man. They add and remove futures every single generation. I can't keep up. I don't remember what is what. Yeah, as you could probably tell, I called him Jaws because he's gonna turn into a Glalie. I think after this fight, I think for Claire, because again the randomizer, I think at level 40 he evolves instead of 47 or 45. Yeah, Jasmine is up next. Let's see. This should be like just, yeah, it doesn't matter if I go for mud bombs or just serve. Her team doesn't stand a chance. Yeah, it's a joke for this team. Like, there's nothing she could have done. Let's see, rival. Yeah. I don't even know why I show these anymore. Like, at this point, with all the backlogs of the videos, like, you know, he's not an issue. Like in Fire Red, the rival can actually be rough, right? And don't come at me with level caps, by the way. Like, Johto scaling is all over the place. You can't. You have to just... I go just by the gym leaders, right? You have to choose which caps you want to adhere by, because it's all over the place in Johto. It's very weird. Okay, let's see how Claire goes. I start with Jaws, the Glalie. Dragon Rage, Crunch. Oh, a crit, nice. Another Crunch. I'm basically, there you go, I'm basically just waiting for the defense drop. Yeah, Ice Shot didn't do jack shit. Maybe I get another defense drop? I don't. Okay, just get off another Ice Shot. Yeah, you did a good job. Okay, I bring out... Ignore the Hoot Hoot. You need Fly for like most of the game. Because you have to go back and forth a lot. Ominous Wind does nothing. What a weird move. I don't know, actually Yuki Onna didn't do a lot this whole run. By the way, I mentioned this in other videos, but I don't have EVs. Maybe with EVs she could have done way better. But whenever I'm able to use the 0 XP cheat, which... Excuse me. Which I know how to do for Soul Silver, I know how to do for Fire Red, I know how to do for Emerald. Excuse me. I don't have it written as a rule, but every time you can't see my XP bar move, just know I'm playing without EVs. But yeah. Yeah, that's it. Let's see how this goes. A Bomber Snow really surprised me. Like, I know defensively his typing's pretty bad, right? Like Grass Eyes. He has a lot of weaknesses. But offensively, he's a beast. Like, he has really good attack and special attack and speed and bulk. Unless, of course, I know my mom. And bulk. So, as long as the enemy doesn't have, like, a fire move, because that will destroy you, you're actually pretty fine. I know, like, fighting and shit can also deal some damage, but as long as it's not fire, he's really good. That surprised me. For some reason, I thought he's not gonna do shit this run. He carried a lot. A lot of the fights, I managed to do really well because of him specifically. So yeah, he's the GOAT. Also, his ability is Snow Warning, so he also support... Like, it's not just that he can do a lot by himself, he also supports, like, my whole team. Just by virtue of having Snow Warning as his ability. So yeah, this run, he's the GOAT for sure, for sure. He did great. Ah, I wonder how these runs would have gone if I played them as, like, with Nuzlocke rules. But then again, if I did that, I would play differently. Like I did in the trash run, right? Where I didn't allow anyone to faint. But that's not really the purpose of these videos. Those can just be their own thing. But yeah, I'm almost done with Johto actually. Because next up is Claire. And I combined it with Lance because they almost have the same team. It's like just you swap one Pokemon around, right? And after that, if I want to, I can do the Elite Four. But at the same time, it's like Koga and Bruno. Like, I already did them in Fire Red. I'll have to think about it. So it would only be Will. And that's that. So I gotta think about if I want to do that or if I just go straight into Hoenn. And honestly, I don't know. Like Emerald, I really like Emerald, but I don't know if I want to play Emerald or Omega Ruby. Or Alpha Sapphire, it doesn't really matter. But if I want to do actually the 3DS games, but then at the same time, if I just do the GBA versions, I can save the 3DS one for X and Y, because I have to play that one on 3DS, right? So, another thing I'll have to think about. Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. I'll figure it out when I get there. Okay, Executor, I actually don't have a great answer. I have no bug moves, I have no fire. I do have one ghost move, but yeah, just gotta stick to my ice moves. That actually did a decent amount of damage. Yeah, for restore, doesn't matter, just keep spamming Icy Wind for now. Yeah, Reflect was off. Another Hail did a little bit of chip, and that makes it enough to take him out. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, next up Koga. Very annoying. He's so annoying in this game. He is so annoying in this game, man. Giga Drain, I miss. Rock Tomb connects, does half. I think that was exactly half, actually. No, it wasn't. Almost, almost. I tried to get a cheeky Ancient Powers Omni boost, but I don't get it. Worth a try, though. Just go for the Earthquakes on Fortress. It just has a very good amount of base damage, plus stab, and plus Tuska's physical stat. It's just good. Just good. I never know what Venomoth is. I always, like, is it bug poison? Is it bug psychic? Is it bug flying? I can never remember. So I never know what to use here. Yeah, Jaws goes down. Unfortunate. Clapper comes out. Let's see what he can do. Okay, let's see what Icy Wind says. I hit myself. Okay. Icy Wind? It's not super effective. So it's not flying. So is it bug poison? I don't know, man. Pokemon is weird. I'm telling you, I forgot all of this shit. I need the actual indicator, like either the green arrow up, yellow arrow down, or straight up just tell me it's super effective. Or I could just learn the type chart again. Boom! Big Earthquake. Crobat, I think, yeah, he's way too fast, right? Yeah, I just get some chip in with Ice Shot. Well, I said chip, but that did a lot. Damn. Okay, cover comes out. Ice Punch straight on the chin. Koga goes down. Bruno. Shouldn't be a lot, like shouldn't be an issue. Like even if we trade, right, I come out on top. Just because my guys are pretty bulky. Let's see, okay. Hitmonlee comes out. Focus Energy. Does it matter? It doesn't. I get a crit. Hitmonchan Thunder Punch. Doesn't even do a lot. Like, yeah. Reina is chonky. She's a thick one. Look at all that fat. Beautiful. Of course I go down eventually, but it's fine. Icy Wind, because I never know if Machamp is fast or not. I think he's actually not fast, but I still set it up, because why not? Ominous Wind does nothing. I don't know why I used that move, man. I'm pretty sure Ice Shot would have done more. Okay, Thunderbolt also did nothing. Is Frostlass just shit? Like, is she just bad? I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong here. Like, even without EVs, because I'm pretty sure in Soul Silver the trainers also don't have EVs, because she did nothing this whole run. Like, Glalie did he put in a lot of work, but Frostlass didn't do anything. Let's see, can she at least take down Umbreon? Because that's all I need her to do in this fight. I need to get rid of Umbreon. Okay, you did it. Perfect. Good job. Good job. I hate her back sprite in this game. Looks like a big ass onion. Like, more than Celebi even, I'd say. Okay, Houndoom can't do anything to my thickums. What a beauty that one is. What a beauty. I've really come to appreciate Walrein. I used to hate it because of not Juan, Wallace, right? Wallace uses one. Yeah, but now, since using it myself, I really like that thing. Clapper is, yeah, Clapper is also good. Okay, that's that. Time for lands. And then that's it for this video. Of course I'm gonna do the overview, but yeah. Let's see how this one goes. I start with Yuki. All she needs to do in this fight is get rid of Gyarados. That's it. That's all I need her to do. Can she tank a waterfall? She can. One full restore gone. Nice. But I'll try to play around those anyways. Aerodactyl comes out. Yeah, just get some chip with Ice Shot. Excuse me. Ooh, I even get 2 off. That's nice. Yeah, great job. Great job. She actually did something. Yep, great job. Okay, cover comes out, sets up the hail. Ice Shot. Boom. Kills Aerodactyl. Next up, Charizard. Okay, that's very scary for cover. That's like the one thing he can't deal with at all. Reina can though. Thick fat baby. Let's go. Tanks everything. I flinch. Is it gonna matter? Nah. Surf takes out Charizard. Dragonite comes out. He misses. Ice Beam connects. Kills. Next Dragonite comes out. Dragon Rush kills. Okay, unfortunate, but it is what it is. You did a great job. I'll bring out Clapper. Ice Beam. I survived the first Dragon Rush, but I didn't connect. That sucks. Okay, just go for Ice Shot. Yup. Takes out the second Dragonite. Beautiful. Only one left. Ice Shot, get some chip in. At this point, I won no matter what. Just because, by virtue of having a lot of Ice Shots. I can just use priority moves at this point. Right? Yeah, there you go. Ice Shot. Brings it into the red. That sucks. Outrage. Brings me down to 20. Ah, Hail Chip! I completely forgot about that, honestly. Hail takes him down. So I didn't even need to bother with the full restore. Beautiful. Wow. That was nice. I would have won anyways, but that was actually very interesting. I completely forgot about that. Yeah. The Hail Chip killed him. Took him out. See? Cover even when he's not on the field, he puts in the work. Even when he's not on the field, he puts in the work. What a guy. What a guy. Maybe it was a female. I don't know. But what a guy. Champion. Honestly, MVP of this run. Glalie was also cracked. But Abomasnow, even in his first form, right, in his baby stage. Well, it's not baby stage. He only has like, you know, child and grown up. But still, amazing Pokemon. Seriously. I think the only problem is in Sinnoh, you get him like very late. I think it's like, what was the Ice Girl? Was it like Gym 7 or something? Or Gym 6? You get it very late, right? But it's a great Pokemon. I really liked it. Excuse me. But yeah, overview, and then that's that for this one. Next up, Claire. But like I said, I combined it with Lance. Because there's just like a lot of overlap in both of the teams. And then maybe Elite Four members, but I did them in Fire Red. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so we have Yuki the Frostlass, Snowcloak, Ice Shot, Thunderbolt, Wake Up Slap, and Ominous Wind. She didn't do a lot. Cover, Snow Warning, the Abomasnow, Woodhammer, Ice Punch, Ice Shot, and Strength. Jaws, the Glalie, Icy Wind, Crunch, Ice Beam, Ice Shot, Inner Focus. Clapper, the Dugong, Aqua Jet, Ice Beam, Waterfall, Ice Shot, Thick Fat. I don't think I've used Aqua Jet once. Tusker, the Mamoswine, Ice Shot, Earthquake, Rock Tomb, Ancient Power, Snowcloak. And Reina, the Walrein. Ice Beam, Whirlpool, Surf, Waterfall, Thick Fat. Yeah, a lot of HMs. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care, don't get bullied, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye bye.